Can you imagine that? In these places, the surface temperature is as high as 80.8 degrees Celsius. Even a car made of steel cannot survive here for an hour. It is called a forbidden zone for humans. These places are more than just numbers on a thermometer. They are like furnaces on the earth, baking heat and vitality to the extreme. They are the extremes of nature and the battlefields where humans explore the limits. Are you ready? Today, let us embark on this passionate and exciting journey to see the 10 hottest and amazing places on Earth. Like our video? Then don't hesitate and subscribe to our channel now. We will take you to explore cities and stories around the world. First place, Lut Desert. The Lut Desert, located in central Iran, is one of the hottest and driest regions in the world. The climate conditions here are extremely harsh, with severe heat and little rain throughout the year. The rocks, sand and black volcanic rocks covering the Earth's surface have extremely high heat absorption properties. They absorb and convert sunlight into heat, pushing up the surface temperature. Every summer, huge amounts of heat accumulate on this vast stretch of sand, forming a huge heat island. The high temperatures often persist for months. In June 2005, the highest surface temperature in meteorological records was recorded here, 70.7 degrees Celsius. But the latest research shows that the actual temperature may be as high as 80.8 degrees Celsius, making the Lut Desert the hottest place in the world. In this desert, hot and dry winds sweep across the desert all year round. In addition, there is almost no rain all year round, and the air is extremely dry. Even local residents find it difficult to fully adapt to such a high-temperature environment. Imagine that such a temperature is enough to make the steel body burn hot, and just imagining it makes people sweat. If you dare to challenge your limits, this is a destination not to be missed. Second place, Death Valley, California. Death Valley, located in the Mojave Desert in southeastern California, is one of the hottest and driest regions in North America. This is a wide and remote desert area with an average altitude of less than 86 meters, making it the lowest landmass in North America. Because the surrounding high mountains block most of the water vapor and clouds, and the narrow basin terrain intensifies the heat here, the average temperature here can be as high as 47 degrees Celsius in July and August. On July 10, 1913, the world's highest temperature record was set here at 56.7 degrees Celsius. Although this record was later questioned, its high temperature phenomenon is still accepted by the majority of people. Death Valley is extremely hot during the day, and the sunlight is extremely intense. Dry air and little rain lead to extremely low humidity, further exacerbating the heat here. In such an environment, humans can hardly survive for long. But through research and experience in these extreme environments, we can gain a deeper understanding and awe of the power of nature. Third place, Kuwait City. In the embrace of the Arabian Gulf, there is a city famous for its unparalleled heat, Kuwait City. In this sun-kissed land, Kuwait City tells the story of survival under the name, the Furnace of the Earth. Kuwait City has a unique climate, with summers lasting 5 to 6 months, especially in July and August, with average temperatures often exceeding 45 degrees Celsius and sometimes even exceeding 50 degrees Celsius. The nickname of this Earth's furnace is by no means unfounded. The summer sun shines ruthlessly on every inch of the land, and the ground temperature can easily reach over 70 degrees Celsius. Frequent heat waves and sandstorms make the heat here even more unbearable. Despite harsh climate conditions, residents of Kuwait City embrace their home with enthusiasm. They created a hot oasis in this desert, where they not only enjoyed life, but also nurtured a unique culture and tradition. The heat and humidity made buildings and sidewalks scalding hot, making walking outside feel like walking on an oven. However, Kuwait City's resilience and energy are at the heart of the city's charm. demonstrating its status as an important city in the Middle East that cannot be ignored. Whether it's life wisdom for dealing with the scorching heat or a variety of cultural activities, every resident of Kuwait City is using actions to prove that they can find their own way of life in this extreme environment. Fourth place, Timbuktu. Timbuktu, located in the Northern Republic of Mali, is a desert city known for its relentless heat and extreme survival challenges. The heat waves here hit one after another. The air is filled with a scorching smell, and even the sand seems to be burning. Known as the furnace of the Sahara, Timbuktu is one of the hottest cities in West Africa. From the first ray of sunshine in the morning to the last ray of light at dusk, the entire city is tightly wrapped in high temperatures, and the earth seems to turn into a huge furnace under the scorching sun. The average annual temperature is as high as 38 degrees Celsius, and during the high temperature season from July to September, the temperature will climb to 45 degrees Celsius. The temperature difference between day and night here even exceeds 30 degrees Celsius. The scorching heat during the day and the cold at night test people's endurance every day. Timbuktu not only has extreme temperatures, but also extremely scarce rainfall, with only about 25 millimeters of precipitation per year. The lack of water sources makes the dry heat here even more unbearable. Northeasterly winds and heat waves rage all year round, bringing many challenges to the lives of local residents. In this hot land, heat waves, dust, and dryness are almost inseparable from people. But it is in this unforgiving environment that the residents of Timbuktu have developed their tenacity and resilience. They survive in extreme climate conditions and fight against nature with wisdom and courage, demonstrating humankind's tenacity and adaptability in harsh environments. Fifth place, Coober Pedy. Along the Stewart Highway in central South Australia, 846 kilometers away from Adelaide, there is a small town called Coober Pedy. The town is known as the opal capital of the world for its rich opal deposits, but there's much more to Coober Pedy than meets the eye. The annual average temperature here is around 30 degrees Celsius, and the average daily temperature in the hottest months can even reach over 40 degrees Celsius. In order to cope with such climatic conditions, local residents chose to build their homes underground to avoid the scorching heat on the surface by taking advantage of the stable temperature underground. Although the climate conditions in Coober Pedy are harsh, the dry climate and hot sunshine have created a special natural environment, allowing the animals and plants here to gradually evolve the ability to adapt to high temperatures and dryness. There are some special plants and animals growing in the desert of Coober Pedy. They survive tenaciously in this extreme land, showing the resilience and miracle of life. Coober Pedy is not only a paradise for mineral lovers, but also a dream place for explorers and nature lovers. Every piece of desert and every rock here is full of charm for exploration. Whether you're searching for precious opals or experiencing unique underground life, Coober Pedy offers an incredible journey. Sixth place, Khartoum. The capital of the Republic of Sudan, Khartoum is a historic and vibrant city located at the confluence of the Nile River. With a population of over 6.3 million and an area of 22,122 square kilometers, Khartoum is an economic and cultural center. The climate here is a tropical desert climate, known for being hot and dry. Although significant rainfall occurs in July and August each year, the average annual rainfall is only 155 millimeters. Khartoum is known as one of the hottest big cities in the world. Summer temperatures often exceed 53 degrees Celsius. The annual average maximum temperature is 37.1 degrees Celsius, and the monthly average temperature never drops below 30 degrees Celsius. The scorching sun and high temperature here bring more than 3,000 hours of annual sunshine, but also make sandstorms a common phenomenon. Sandstorms frequently invade during the dry season, affecting daily life and the health of residents. Khartoum is not only famous for its extreme natural environment, it is also a melting pot of cultures. It is rich in historical sites and diverse cultural traditions. The National Museum has a collection of cultural relics that tell the story of Sudan's long history, while the market is filled with a variety of handicrafts, from traditional Sudanese robes to exquisite gold and silver jewelry, each of which testifies to the craftsman's exquisite skills. The city's unique blend of natural surroundings, cultural heritage, and modern facilities forms its unique identity. Whether you are a history buff, a cultural explorer, or a modern city dweller, Khartoum has endless charm waiting for you to discover. 7th place, Libya. The rugged sand dunes of the Sahara rise like fiery red scales under the shimmering heat. This is the daily scene in Libya. About 90% of the country is covered by this endless desert. Day after day, year after year, the desert continues to swallow up the sun and heat, becoming the dominant force in this furnace country. In Libya's interior, the heat reaches extreme levels. Especially in the midsummer months of July and August, the temperature often exceeds 40 degrees Celsius and even soars to over 50 degrees Celsius during heat waves. Every breath is like fighting against the scorching air. The dry climate means that the annual rainfall is only 20 to 150 millimeters, and the land is extremely dry. The fierce hot wind and dust are like ruthless predators, taking away the last trace of moisture in the air. Being in Libya is like entering a huge hot stove, and all options for escape seem to be in vain. 8th place, Tunisia. Kebele, deep in the heart of Tunisia, is the gateway to the Sahara Desert and shows the world the most extreme side of Tunisia with its extreme weather with an average annual temperature of up to 30 degrees Celsius. In July and August, the temperature here soars to over 40 degrees Celsius, and the sun sets off waves of scorching storms like burning swords. This city on the edge of the Sahara is like a furnace tightly surrounded by the scorching sun. The strong sunshine and unobstructed sunshine cause the earth to be mercilessly exposed. In such high temperatures, the residents of Kebele have to be fully armed and wear sun-protective clothing to barely walk outdoors. Even breathing became a luxury, as if the nasal cavity was filled with hot air wafting directly from the furnace. Despite this, the residents of Kebele still live tenaciously on this land. Their rhythm of life is closely connected with this hot desert, demonstrating human beings' tenacity and adaptability in extreme environments. 9th place, Xinjiang Turpan Basin. The Turpan Basin is located in the eastern part of China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region and is one of the famous inland basins in the world. This low-lying area is surrounded by the Tian Shan Mountains, and its lowest point reaches 154 meters below sea level, making it one of the lowest places in China. Due to the special terrain, the internal heat of the Turpan Basin dissipates slowly, and the temperature in summer is often as high as 40 degrees Celsius, so it is known as the furnace of China. Among them, the temperature in the Flame Mountain area sometimes even exceeds 70 degrees Celsius. The precipitation here is extremely low, but the evaporation is extremely high, which is hundreds of times the rainfall. This causes the air to be abnormally dry and the water to evaporate rapidly, making it difficult for vegetation to survive and crops to harvest. This land looks particularly dry and desolate. Despite the extreme environment, the Turpan Basin has nurtured unique culture and folk customs. With wisdom and tenacity, local residents have thrived in this fiery land for generations. They made a living by building basements to keep out the heat and growing heat-resistant crops such as grapes and tomatoes. This spirit of tenacious survival in harsh environments is the best interpretation of human beings on the natural environment. In the Turpan Basin, extreme high temperatures and dry climate are not only challenges, but also create touching stories of human survival. 10th place, Danakil Desert. The Danakil Desert in northeastern Africa, spanning the three countries of Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Djibouti, is world famous for its extreme climatic conditions and unique geographical features. The Danakil Desert is considered one of the hottest and least habitable areas on Earth, with average annual temperatures exceeding 34 degrees Celsius and summer temperatures often soaring above 50 degrees Celsius. Rainfall is almost zero, and the climate is extremely arid. The altitude of this desert is very low, with some areas even 125 meters below sea level, creating an unusually high-temperature environment. In addition to its extreme climate, the Danakil Desert is also home to one of the world's most active volcanoes, the Erta Al volcano and the Dalal volcano, which form a unique natural landscape. At the same time, in 1974, scientists discovered here the skeleton of Australopithecus afarensis, which lived about 3.2 million years ago, and the fossil of Lucy, known as the grandmother of mankind. This discovery is extremely important for understanding human origins and evolution. The Danakil Desert is not only a natural wonder, but also an important place for human history research, attracting countless explorers and scientists to explore. Okay, that's all for this episode. I wonder which of the 10 hottest regions in the world introduced today has left the deepest impression on you. Welcome to leave a message in the comment area for discussion. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching. We will bring more exciting content in the next issue.